Welcome to this video tutorial from Business Gateway. In this session, we'll look at how you can use a tool such as Google Analytics to help improve the performance of your digital marketing and your website. If you're new to all of this, then before we get going, just a little reminder that Business Gateway can support you on this journey. This video tutorial aims to give you a good understanding of the basics to consider. But if you need more help, then get in touch with your local Business Gateway office direct and they'll be able to help you get started. Google Analytics is a powerful, popular and free tool that helps businesses better understand how their websites and digital marketing activities are performing, particularly in the context of driving engagement, whether that be lead generation or sales. During this video, we'll look at three main areas of analytics. What can we learn from Google Analytics? Examples of easy-to-use reports, and an introduction to conversion tracking. Understanding what is or isn't working can have a huge impact on the contribution your website and marketing can make to your business. Collecting, analysing, and reacting to data can lead to doing more of the things that do work and investigating and improving those that don't. Ultimately, making use of data can make both your time and money more efficient, and it doesn't have to be difficult. Google Analytics can help you answer questions and begin to understand the impact of your activities. For example, which marketing channels drive most traffic to your websites? And what landing pages are more likely to result in engagement? It's not just about looking at the numbers. It's important to start using your findings as a foundation for implementing improvements and change where required. A useful exercise is to use a process such as review, brainstorm, implement, and monitor. Number 1, review the data you've collected and note down any obvious findings. 2, brainstorm ideas on how you might be able to improve those numbers. 3, implement a change for a period of time. And 4, monitor the impact of that change. Was it positive? Let's look at a quick example to better explain this process. So, after reviewing some data about the most popular pages, you've identified a particular page on your website that gets a lot of traffic but never seems to lead to anyone adding a product to the shopping cart if you're an e-commerce business, or completing a contact form if you're more service-based. How might we get more people engaging on this page? Take a notepad and pen and jot down some potential ideas. Those ideas might include making calls to action much clearer on the page, testing alternative page headlines and subheadlines, removing any clutter which might be distracting users. Select an idea and implement it on the site. Then use Google Analytics to monitor the impact of the change over the coming days or weeks. In this case, did the high traffic page start resulting in more adds to cart or form submissions? Now that we know how we can use Google Analytics, let's take a quick look at a couple of the main reports it includes. Traffic sources. A common report to use is the Source and Medium report. This report lets you see which traffic sources are bringing users to your website. From it, you can learn a few things, including which traffic sources bring the most or least users to the website, which sources are most likely to keep users on the website longer, which sources are more likely to result in engagements, such as form fills, calls to action clicks, and sales, etc. It's worth comparing the sources listed in this report with your actual marketing activity, as it can often lead to potential opportunities to test. For example, you might spend a lot of your time on Facebook posts, but realise from this report that Facebook isn't actually bringing many users to the website. You might also find that organic search or search engine optimization does bring a reasonable number of people to the website and high levels of engagement. And from those findings, you might, for example, start to put more attention on organic search for a period, or consider changing how you're using Facebook for a period in order to get more from it. Landing pages. In most marketing activities, you can control the first page users are taken to on your website, whether that be a link from an email, a link from a paid advert, or a link from a social post. You can also see the first pages organic search users land on. It's therefore important to know which pages are more likely to keep users on the site and engage them. And it's not always the home page. The landing page report can help you understand what first pages are more likely to keep people on the website longer, result in more people engaging with content, such as forums or e-commerce, etc. A couple of things you could learn from using this report might be: would it work better if you directed users straight to a service page rather than the home page? Which blog posts are people landing on the most, and are they keeping people on the site? What product pages are being landed on and not resulting in sales? Other fairly easy to use reports within Google Analytics include device category, whether users visit via mobile, desktop or tablet devices, and location, looking at what country or city users are in. This makes Google Analytics particularly powerful, given that most marketing activity offers a way to target specific landing pages, locations and devices. You can now see performance of each and target your marketing accordingly. Conversion tracking is one of the key features of Google Analytics. It can be complex to set up depending on various factors, but ultimately can lead to much greater context in reports. Well, firstly, what is a conversion? Well, a conversion is really just anything you put on your website that you want users to engage with. This can range from high priority engagements, such as forms submissions and e-commerce transactions, through to engagements such as interactions with social media buttons, downloads, calls to action, video plays, live chats, bookings, and more. It's important to track these engagements because it will let you answer questions such as: what traffic sources are more likely to result in form submissions on my website? Is social media better at driving newsletter sign-ups or transactions? How many users add to cart but don't follow through with a purchase? Is anyone watching the video I've placed on my homepage? We'd recommend as a first step that you browse through your website to determine what engagement points exist on your site. A spreadsheet is a useful tool for doing this. In this example, we've included various columns with additional information. How you actually set up conversion tracking is largely dependent on the platform your website is built on, plugins available, your own knowledge, or developer resources you might have access to. Some platforms make it very simple by doing a lot of the work for you. Shopify, for example, automatically tracks e-commerce activity just by connecting your site to Google Analytics. Other platforms will require additional work, such as setup through tools like Google Tag Manager. A good idea is to visit the support section of the website platform you use, whether that be WordPress, Shopify, Wix, or something else. Most nowadays have support articles which help with setup. You should also speak to your local Business Gateway team, who may be able to put you in touch with a relevant advisor who can offer more advice. While it can seem daunting and technical if you've never used it, Google Analytics can be an incredibly powerful and useful tool to have set up. Today's content and more is discussed in much more detail on the full Business Gateway Google Analytics webinar. You can find out when the next one is running on the webinars section of the website. Visit the website for more details along with other webinars, in-person events and tutorials designed to support you and your team whatever stage your business is at.